Hi, I'm Jay Porter from Radial Engineering here at the NAMM show. We've got some new products, 5 to be exact. First product we have here is the USB Mobile. So the USB Mobile is designed for phones, tablets, other kind of devices to plug in with a USB-A type connection. So plugging in with your blade style, just regular cable. It both fast charges your device and converts your audio, becomes a nice high quality sound card for your phone or tablet. So XLR outputs, power supply required for the fast charge, but can go anywhere from mic level to line level. So anybody who wants to run tracks or any kind of music off of their phones or tablets during a show, could be the sound guy, could be a musician on stage wanting to run something, even a soft synth, can plug into this and have a nice solid connection. For those that want to do that wirelessly, we've got the BT Pro V2. So done the BT Pro for a number of years. This is just an update on that great design. We've gone with a full metal wrapper. The other one had a plastic window so you could have the antenna showing. This has now a plastic insert, which gives the antenna a lot better range. So you can go 30-35 meters without a problem with this box. We've also updated it to be phantom powered. So if you want to just use it with a mic level input, you can charge this thing up with phantom and it'll be no problem. For those that want to go line level or don't have phantom available, has a USB-C connection and a power supply included. So you can just turn up that volume knob, get it to line level, go straight into a pair of powered speakers or something like that with the BT Pro V2. Coming over to this side, the PZ Pro. So this is a big brother to our PZ Pre or PZ Pre, an acoustic preamp, kind of the ultimate station for acoustic guitar players. PZ Pre had a single EQ that was shared across both channels. Now we've gone to fully separate EQs. So somebody that really wants to tailor their sound, they can have 2 instruments plugged into this on stage, be able to do quick changes, have everything level matched and have the exact tone they want. Or you can have 2 different sources from a single instrument. So you have 2 different pickups, a pickup and a piezo, or even a pickup and a phantom powered mic. It's got an XLR input. So you can have a clip-on condenser on your acoustic guitar and blend that with a pickup and be able to change everything with 2 separate EQs. Has a boost, clean boost and effects loop built in, an AB toggle, you've got a mute switch and a tuner output, and then, whoop, if I can pick it up, pre and post EQ DI outputs. So if that sound engineer doesn't want what you're doing on stage, you can give them an unaffected signal and they can do their own EQing at front of house, which a lot of people will want to do. So BZ Pro, this one should be shipping in March, so it's just about ready to go. Then we have the Hotshot 48. So for years we've made a product called the Hotshot DM1, which is a 1 mic into 2 different output switcher. So you get someone on stage talking to their band members with in-ears. They can just hit a foot switch, talk to their bandmates, lift off the foot switch and go back to the audience. Obviously, if you're yelling at your bandmates, you don't want the crowd to hear that, so being able to switch back and forth, especially now that everybody's on in-ears, makes a lot of sense. The Hotshot DM1 was for dynamic mics only. The Hotshot 48V does the same thing, but with condenser microphones. So if you're using like a Neumann handheld condenser or a Shure Beta 87 on stage, you need to have that phantom power. It's a lot more difficult to do it with phantom power without any clicks or pops or bangs. So this one does nice silent switching so you can yell at the audience. It's a momentary switch, but can be changed to latching on the back. So if you do want to just click it, be able to go to a second output, you can do that, but most people will just want to use it with momentary. So Hotshot 48V shipping in about 2 weeks, so it's just about ready to go. And last but certainly not least is the HDI. So HDI is our flagship direct box. And unlike every radial DI that's ever been out before, we generally don't want to screw with the sound. We're known to be very clean, very true to your instrument. The HDI can do that, but it can also impart a lot of color. So there's a level and a color control, and inside we have a Jensen transformer that's been custom wound for this product that's designed to be very clean, but as you turn up the level and color controls, you can drive it into saturation. So you can get anything from, so like I say, a very, very clean sound. If you're plugging in a bass, all of a sudden you can take this thing from clean to like a Rage Against the Machine overdriven bass sound. So that transformer will saturate and break up in a really nice way that's very pleasant to the ears, and kind of almost get a guitar amp sound out of this thing, which is really, really cool. Works great with bass players, works wonderfully, which is a surprise, with acoustic guitars, but also keyboards or anything you want to plug in a DI and want to get something that's a little bit interesting to hear, you can get out of this thing. So say level control, color control. A presence will kind of almost act as a wet dry between your colored and your clean. Be able to get that, all that bass tone or low frequency stuff without having too much breakup around it. You can kind of dial it in. There's a lot of complicated stuff going on in this box, but the whole idea is that you can get an awesome sound within a few seconds. Start turning knobs and like, oh yeah, I'm happy with that, and go. A high Z and low Z input switch. It's just like a old Fender amp with high and low input. You can kind of tailor things that way. You have an Opto Compressor built in, so off, and then 2 positions of Opto. So like a different ratios for your Opto Compressor to kind of get those peaks and get that old school vintage kind of sound out for compression. A high pass filter, and then a ground lift, big chunky power switch. And then if we switch around to the back here, we've got a line level output and a mic level output. The mic level output has a JDI transformer in it. So 2 Jensen transformers in this. But you can go straight into a line input on something, but you can also go into a mic input if you want to. Built-in power supply. You have your processed output. So on the front you have a through to go to your amp. But if you want to have some of the cool vibes that this thing's creating, go into your amplifier, you can go to the processed out as well. And then we even gave a synth input, so for the modular synth users, they can plug straight into the mini jack with this thing. So, like I say, the HDI, it's a really fun, really cool thing that we're proud of. Can't wait for people to hear it. It's going to be shipping sometime late February. And that is it.